They win under a quarter of their retakes when they play on defense. And they allow their opponents to get the spike down 2/3 of the time. So that is just straight up half of their defense rounds. They just lose by failing on retakes. So I've definitely got my eye on that. Of course, pistol round plays very differently. But I'd like to see Team Liquid play a little more to go for those fast retakes or try and put pressure on as the spike goes down in that kind of situation. This, though, should just be XIA taking an 8-6 lead, unless they run into the A stack, where they've got shorties aplenty. We'll see if they can sniff this out.
Well, I mean, respect was being shown early on here by XIA, just making sure that they obviously didn't stumble into this eco from Team Liquid, because, again, these guys are deadly, especially Scream. He's got that Sheriff once more in hand, and the shorties up close. Cam spots it, though. They are going to be running straight into this gamble stack. But Team Liquid, just Link, who's not really on the side, but they're using the aftershock just to at least push Navira down. The flashes are excellent. Once more, pushing around the corner, bit of run and gun occurring. And they are getting a decent amount of value out of it. The kills flooding in right now for Team Liquid. Link rejoining them, and they've got a nasty crossfire set up here. The question is for XIA, do they want to continue to just run into this one with 20 seconds left? They have to make a decision. They are pivoting straight into B, but Team Liquid just trying to get one step ahead.
Link does not have any stars to be able to put down to deny this. Just recalled his final one, but he's in position. He's got the Sheriff.
Sheriff in hand. He needs to find at least one of them. Still 6 seconds remaining. The plan, it has to be stuck. It's going to isolate the 1v1 for them. Scream, desperately searching for the head. It's going to be that double swing, but the stun comes a little bit late. Despite that, it's a 1v2. Scream up top. He is low. Only one shot will do it. That is disgusting.
That's why he's got the reputation for it. Oh, that is a bit of a backbreaker for XIA too. We posed the question earlier on whether they could sniff it out, but Liquid didn't give them any indication. It was silent all across the map, like a grave, and then they just lowered XIA down into it.
My God.
There, I think, as well. We'll take a look at this replay. Look at Yampi's POV. He gets inside the jet smoke, kills Surf, and then makes out like a thief in the night with the Spectre. He's like, aha,
that was so
you.
fast. That was so fast in terms of picking that up. What a shot from Scream to finish it up.
Got eliminated when there's such high expectations, and they did well at the end of last year. They didn't have a good run in EMEA. So if they have any level of success in this tournament, it's going to fire them up to find the good things about their roster, to believe in their players that they have on the squad and realize that success is possible despite their bad beginning.
It's a new lifeline for them. Coach Sliggy was talking about making changes in terms of the IGLing, them trying to at least settle in that capacity with their roster, but obviously now they had to put all of that on pause to play out this tournament, and it seems like they are enjoying themselves. So they're going to get a bit of free ground here into the B side, but not for much longer. This looks like a quick retake. Scream is already deep playing inside the smoke. He has the judge in hand. Look at the wrist. Link able to cover for the rest of his team. Jumping around the corner. And not enough for them. They do get a plant down. A bit of money in the back pocket, but outside of that, a clean round for Liquid.
And this has now put them into a fantastic position. If you think about expectations after XIA win the pistol round, you're thinking, all right, it's going to be 8-6. Now it's 8-7 the other way around. Do you think, though, I think the Breach gives up more upping on defense, weirdly enough. Because I think you're going to want to use your flashes a lot of the time to
support your team.
Yeah, to support your team,
not holding the angle,
or go aggressive somewhere else, you know. But Yampi's really going to be playing for himself here. You'll see him do stuff like, if he gets pushed off this angle, he'll flash and take another peek, using the flash to try and set himself back up on the line.
He's actually going to show the discipline. Not quite. It's a slight jiggle peek. Not enough to try and spot that the operator was in play, and Yampi is rewarded with the kill.
He's a very consistent opper as well.
Oh yeah, super consistent. Any opportunity for Liquid to get the operators in the hands of some of their players as well. Might even see the double operator play a little bit later maybe. It depends how much they keep that bankroll moving.
One thing that's not consistent, though, is the roles that they end up playing. So these players have certainly spread themselves thin in recent times. But their composition, and XIA's honestly, are kind of more back to basics, back to old stuff that they remember how to play, or stuff that they've taken from other maps. Here we see XIA taking B main control. This looks like a pop.
Yeah, okay.
They've got their lockdown. They have the rolling thunder as well.
They're not even going to wait for the lockdown. Of course, it's only 20 seconds remaining. Someone's got to deal with Scream, and finally the trade comes through. Lockdown still active and space has been gained for them, but the Liquid want to try and go for the fast retake. Yampy's holding on to his own ult. Ready in hand, ready and waiting. The Rolling Thunder rips across. Fox is in the spawn, but he's a little bit clueless. He still gets it. He's stunned up. The flash. It's going to be a miss, but Navira luckily able to get that one still. The spike will go down. Only 2 players left standing for them. And Xerxia, whatever, already lost Cruz. It's all up to Scary in the backside, and he's alone. The 1v3 scenario, the Cosmic Divide fading. It's not ideal. Yampy, he already knew.
He just predicts exactly where Scary's going to be playing from and takes him out instantly. Good response from Liquid. I said I had questions about their retakes, but they've now pulled off a couple in a row that look really clean. Yeah. They're getting there with a lot of pace.
His head as well, where Fox was trying to flash into their spawn to disrupt the fast retake of the Rolling Thunder. They wanted to essentially throw a wrench into their plans, not let them set up like this, but it was just a little bit off in terms of that coordination.
I mean, there was still a bit of chaos happening, wasn't there?
Of course.
Yeah. But the rest of their players are half buying. They've taken early B main control here as Scream's wall just uncontested in mid.
Yeah, no one going to be breaking this one down. Obviously, Fox doesn't want to spam it in case there's a player holding on top.
Yeah, it's normally only safe to do that at the pro level when there's a couple of players with you, or at least
just so that they can cover that one angle.
The Scream has been boosting himself up a lot, and he's the kind of Sage that really does enjoy taking fights, right? There's some Sages that you just know they're not going to be playing on top of their wall.
You know, he's playing for himself with the walls.
Yeah, he sometimes is, yeah. And he mixes it in enough that you get scared.
Deep dog for information. You can see Scream just wanted to spam that one out, so nothing was revealed of their setup. Still got away with it. He's just wide swinging that. I mean, confidence. The man playing like he's online right now. Not online, but you know what I mean.
He just exudes it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's not afraid to take the fights, and I think that's so important playing against Xerxia. They
trip
pivot over the way, and then the trip catches Sushi Boys, sets up Yampy for the easiest kill of his life.
You don't anticipate the back-to-back trips.
And Yampy with the shorty again, just playing inside the smoke, expecting somebody, but Scream was not.
There's a bit of chaos maybe injected into this round here. Yeah, Scream was unaware that they had already worked their way up into heaven.
Okay, Scary goes for the wild play.
Okay.
From the shadows, just straight into the attacker spawn.
Bit of run and gun cruise. Okay, I mean, that is cheeky. Putting the Spectre to work now, and it is left up to him. The 1v2, he tries to swing out for it. He does bring down Soulcast, but not before the trade is once again there. And Link's a player who typically falls to the wayside in discussions about Team Liquid, but I think he's been having a fantastic tournament in terms of the value he's able to bring so far.
Yes, he completely is. In this Xerxia roster,
yeah,
they were able to take one step further into that playoffs, and part of that was Link. He's just rock solid for the team.
Just trying to hold these crossfires. I mean, it got a little bit chaotic. See an explosive attempt. Those Astra Stars are scary to look at as well. As soon as the barriers go down, you just see them revealed. You're left wondering, oh god, how do we want to play into this one? You have to respect it as well. While this is going on though, Fox gets a bit of information. That's the cam going to be cleared. And that was being used, honestly, to spot out a lot of these hits ahead of time when Xerxia were leaning towards that A side.
All of that B main control from Liquid was to set Yampy up on the angle with his operator, and that got broken in an instant by this smoke from Scary. Yampy doesn't feel confident being able to hold such a close angle with the op, so he moves back around to the default position. Once again, though, Brent, this wall in mid is not being broken, and it's just giving Liquid too much safety, too much security. Xerxia are going to explode here onto B. Can Yampy take one with him?
A lot of pressure on Yampy to try and deal with this one, because you can see it. On a minimap, it's all lining up right now for the Xerxia initiation in a quick dash into the smoke, but luckily Yampy, well, he's holding the one side of it. Surf removed. The impetus of a lot of these pushes is gone from it now, and with the aftershock off to the side, will the swing be good enough? Still, they try and make it happen, but Team Liquid again with the crossfire. Soulcast from on high, and he shuts it down before it even gets started.
To default, then he falls back to CT. Look at him here pathing around. He just knows what Surf is going to do. Remember, Yampy plays Jet himself. Yeah. And Yampy, hey, I've seen him a lot of times dashing in like that and dying to operators too. He knows what goes wrong for Jet players, and he can do it back to them. And this wall has been such a problem, and something that Xerxia have not been dealing with. They're only doing it now on the eco round though, Bren, when it takes them 1,000 bullets from their pistols to even contend with.
And Scream is just willing to take the fight. I mean, this guy, the rifle in hand, the coverage is there as well from Soulcast. He's able to just spam so the Scream can escape. A bit of a getaway there. but a risky play nevertheless. I mean, you end up going down there to maybe a sheriff shot or something. You're handing them a weapon. Still, it showcases these guys are playing with immense amounts of confidence now.
I mean, even from the XIA side, they're walking through a slow orb immediately after breaking the wall. I'm talking about breaking the wall to deny information to Liquid, not to run down Scream on the other side of it.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of patience here from XIA as they go for the re-clear, but Soulcast is too sharp with it. Better weapon as well, and Scream mops up the last. That's Liquid, they're on map point.
It's a Prime Gaming flawless for you as well.
Last player standing. Spike
Really
down.
clean play from Team Liquid here.
Much more of an all-in hit here on B. They're worried about the operator early on. Decide to just walk into it.
Okay.
Take the gamble, pays off. And here's a Rolling Thunder.
Seekers as well. Lynx has the star set up for it. It seems like it's a bit of a read for them. The slow orb is there. Surf dashes forwards into his own smokes, just trying to gain control of this site. But there's a showstopper in hand of Soulcast with the nade as well. It combos up with the slow, and Sushi Boys is no more. And this is the pivotal round. One more, and Liquid are going to be ahead in this series. Seeker's going to be used now about the minute mark, but the spike is nowhere near getting planted. They've only just started to attempt it.
Spike planted.
Soulcast still holding on, the showstopper, waiting for the rest of his team to get into position, and the coverage is there! Link just tucked into the corner, rocket across the map, Soulcast takes him out. And with that, Liquid going to be taking away map number 1 in this series.